Right. So I finished off. Let me set it up again. Now this is the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Wait. Right now, Isaiah 24, verse 1. Now it says here, Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. So that's what's happening right now, man, because the whole earth is upside down. You know what I'm saying? And that's about the time that the Most High, let me get that real quick, which is in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. As it says here, it says, He answered me then, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then, and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the earth, the world which he made. So, let me read another verse, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in diverse places, basically, then you shall know that the Most High had set this all up. Let me read it again. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Most High already prophesied that there's going to be a lot of hell upon the planet Earth, and we're seeing that through here right now, man. So going back to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Most High maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. So the earth is going to be made waste, man. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of war, there's going to be a lot of killings, and a lot of people are not going to make it, man, especially of the Jacob descendants, man, because the scripture says that many are called but few are chosen. So most of the Jacob descendants are being called right about now, and they're not really listening. Not really. They're not listening, period. But thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. At the end, they're going to be willing, And then it's going to be actually a fun thing upon the planet Earth, because the Most High is going to make sure that they're going to be put to death. I'm laughing right now because I saw some funny stuff just happening. So a dude in some fucking high heels and shit like that. Funny as hell. Verse 2, Isaiah 24 and 2. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. So everybody, every category that they fall in, everybody's going to be got. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be got. From the least of them unto the highest of them, from the worst of them unto the so-called best of them. You might be the best in something, might be the best in not something, but the Most High is going to make it to where, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get got. And it's going to be a very funny destruction upon the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, verse 3, the land shall utterly be empty. Right? What's up, man? The land shall utterly be emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Most High had spoken His word. So you might think it's not going to happen, but it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, because you say because they might think like it's not going to happen, but the Lord said that it's going to happen. What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make it to where the Most High's word is not going to come to effect? The Most High's word is going to come to effect, man, because He said He's going to make the whole world empty. He's going to make the whole world actually feel the emptiness and feel the desolateness and the wasteness that's going to come happen upon the planet Earth. As you have Isaiah chapter 24, verse, 4. The earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And languish means basically it's going to be broken down. Because what's happening right now? Because the haughty people on the planet Earth, they're the most proudest upon the planet Earth, you know what I'm saying? For example, because they think they got stuff, substances and stuff like that. The Lord don't care about nothing about that, man. The Lord don't care nothing about that, man. you know, because in the time of war, all your money is not going to help you anything. There's a lot of rich people in Ukraine right about now can't spend their money because they're dead. So that's the funny part, you know. So once that war comes, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, everybody's going to be made equal in those days. But then again, they're not, because if you're a man of war, you know how to do skillful works and stuff like that. You're not going to be suffering in the time of war, you know, because you're going to be able to take care of yourself, and especially if the Most High Yahweh is with you, you know. That's why what brothers need to be doing sometimes from time to time is actually practice this solitary. When you practice solitary, then you be alone often, and you're gonna know what it's like. That's why if they, for example, if they lock you up and they put you in solitary and stuff like that, what's gonna happen? Certain people go crazy. But if you like the word soldier, it means solid. It goes into the word solitary, man, because you got to be able to be standing on your own. You know what I'm saying? Be on your own and stuff like that, right? So let me go on. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broke the everlasting covenant, which are the Israelites, man. Because the only one that had the covenant was the Israelites to begin in the first place. And so how is this world, so why is this world in the state that it is in right now? It's because of the Israelites broke the law. That's how actually influential the Jacob descendants are concerning this world. I don't want to kick the thing here. That's how influential the Jacob descendants are, man. They're so influential that if they break the law, the whole world is upset. The whole world gets messed up. You know what I'm saying? All because of one nation of Jacob, nation of people upon the planet Earth, which is even mentioned in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 7. Let me read that real quick. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 10. And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. Here it comes. Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. So because of who the world is actually messed up? Because of the Jacob descendants, man. Because they're the ones that actually had the everlasting covenant, which therefore they're the one that actually broke the law. You know, starting with that. So going on, so it says here in the book of Isaiah chapter 24 verse 6, it says, Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Well, nowadays you do see a lot of people, but once that time comes, once that war comes, that war, what we've been talking about, gearing up the Jacob descendants that is going to come. Once that war comes, there's not going to be a lot of people upon the planet Earth no more. I bet your ass, nowadays, if you go to certain parts in, Ukraine, there's not a lot of people on the street anymore. Why? Because of that war and that famine that war brings. Because war brings famine. Why? Because there ain't no more supermarkets. There ain't no more truck drivers and stuff like that in the area. So you're going to have famine. Or else you need to find yourself a spot where stuff grows, like vegetables and stuff like that. But like I said, in that time, there's going to be certain places where they're going to have, like for example, if you type in Spain, right? Spain, if you type in orange fields and olive fields and stuff like that, well, once that time of war, because they do have these type of fields in Ukraine, right? It's okay, cool. Once that war comes, you're going to have those fields, not empty. There's going to be so much things upon the ground and stuff like that. The birds is going to have a feast day. You know, the birds is already feasting with their dead bodies. But the birds is actually going to be feasting with the food and stuff like that. And therefore, the Most High is going to make sure that his men is going to eat, man. He's going to guide you toward that place. And then you're going to stumble upon a whole heap of fruits. And you can stay there for a few days, just like Elijah did in the 1 Kings chapter 17. You're going to be able to stay there and just feed off of the land. And after a while, then you leave from there, you know. Just like in the year of Jubilee, right? When that year comes, then the Most High is going, I forgot what chapter it was, but it says that there's going to be a time where you have, you can't sow the land, you can't harvest the land, you can't reap nothing of the land, you can only actually eat. You know what I'm saying? You can only actually pick fruit and eat the fruit yourself and stuff like that. But you can't just harvest the land. You can't put stuff in the barn. You can't do that because that's not allowed. That's against the scriptures, right? Well, it's going to be just like that, kind of just like that in the time of the war. So We out here. You might be thinking like we're fear, warmongering or some fear mongers or some sort. No, no, no. We're not selling you fear. Actually, we are. We're selling you the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because if you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then you're not going to be caught up in those type of madnesses and stuff like that. Why? Well, He's going to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Because symbolically, the nation of Jacob are the woman of the Lord. And if your husband is a real loving husband, what is he going to do? He's going to protect you, right? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? So in the time of war, the Most High is going to protect his woman, which is the nation of Jacob, right? So it says here, Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Everybody that's going to be happy, that's happy right about now, they're going to cry in that day. Why? Because the famine is going to come. The desolation is going to come. The destruction is going to come. Everything that a lot of people hate, which is starvation, which is no water, which is no food, you know what I'm saying? Which is basically nothing around. You know, people they're gonna wanna cry, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this: even if certain people, if they see a spider, they're already scared. How much more? How much more the Beretta down the street, like you know? So that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So let me read on. Now it says here, Isaiah 24 and 7. I already read that. 8. The mirth of tambourine ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth ended. The joy of the harp ceaseth. So all the little beauty that's going on around now, everybody trying to get a record deal and stuff like that, that's going to stop. That's going to stop because the Most High is going to make it to where they're not going to be able to actually enjoy the music of this world anymore, because the music is dropping, the music is dying, the daughters of music is falling, you know? And it's not going to actually be prosperous anymore for a so-called musician of our people to actually trying to get their money out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be prosperous anymore, you know? Because death and famine is coming, man. It's not going to be funny. So it says here, the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Because it's not going to be funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? Why? A lot of times when you drink, you feed off of the emotions that are upon the land that day, or around you that day. Sometimes you get happy, sometimes you get angry. It could depend on your environment, and it could also depend on the type of mentality, the mood that you were in when you started drinking. But most of the time, if you drink just one glass, you're going to be kind of happy. But if you drink a little bit more than that, I know out of experience, you might get angry, man. You might get angry with a lot of things, you know. With a lot of things, you might get angry, which you normally wouldn't get angry off of or with. But too much drinking can actually mess you up, and sometimes it doesn't. So it's a gamble. So that's why I would advise myself first and foremost not to drink too much, because I know what it can do. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of relationships, they get messed up when the guy is a habitual drinker. What happens? You start saying insensitive stuff, but because you don't have no emotions. When you drink, you don't have no particular emotions that you can basically control yourself with, and then you just basically, you might say some angry dumb shit, and then after that, it might be over with. And whether it be a friendship, whether it be a relationship, because that is exactly what the scriptures warns you about. Like, yo, man, watch out with the drinking, because it even turns friends into enemies and stuff like that. And that's the truth. I know myself. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. But Yahweh Desire, he's gonna get to you, man. He's gonna get you through it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get you through it. All we need to do is pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for the forgiveness, and also forgive their brothers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh Desire is gonna be all good. You know? Yeah. So Isaiah chapter 24, verse. Let me see, 15. No. Verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. The city of confusion used to be the Jacob descendant city. But nowadays, the city of confusion is Esau. All the places where the Edomites is a city of confusion. I'm gonna give you an example. Men are females and females are men. That's confusion. That's confusion because that's not real. They're living in La La Land. Let me see. Flying reindeers is another confusion. Bunnies that lay eggs is another confusion. These things are all confusion, but if you lay it down on the table and you explain it to the Jacob descendants that are grown up in this mentality, in this society, then they're going to start to understand, like, no, you're right, man, you're right. Actually, you're right. There are no such thing as bunnies that lay eggs, and I'm not supposed to be celebrating these satanic feast days, these unholy feast days and stuff like that. You're not supposed to be celebrating these goddamn feast days because they're damned by the Heavenly Father, because they're damned by God. God damned them. We're not supposed to be celebrating these things. Anyway, let me read on. Though it says here, verse 11. Isaiah 24 and 11. So it says here, and there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Because they're gonna want to be happy. Because what does actual physical wine do? Physical wine brings happiness to certain people. You know what I'm saying? It could bring happiness to people. And people are going to want to actually, escape the reality by drinking in that time. That's about the time that the Mosiah is really going to lay it down, and he's going to really charge the Jacob descendants, his right hand, to basically punish the Edomites and the rest of the Edom nations, and even the Jacob descendants themselves also. Because the 2/3 of our people, they're going to die in a nuclear war. And then you have the others that are also going to be put to death, but then they're going to be put to death by different means. For example, wars. They're going to be put to death by diseases, illnesses, and stuff like that. Oh, shit. That's going to take a long time, man. Got a whole goddamn parade is going on around here, man. I was going to be done anyway. It's gonna be done anyway. Let me finish this up because I can't even hear myself talking. But I was gonna be done anyway. So let me finish up until verse 15, then I'm done. So it says here, Isaiah chapter 24, verse 12. And the city is left desolate, and the gates is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of the olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes with the vintage is done. when the vintage is done, right? Basically, it's going to be like when you shake a tree and everything falls from off of the tree, and it's going to be kind of desolate, like it's going to be empty. The tree is going to be looking all messed up and stuff like that. Well, that's going to be the Jacob. That's going to be the land and the people. Started with the Jacob descendants, because the Lord He said, "Begin at my sanctuary." And the ones that know about this truth, they're going to get the worst beating in existence. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to be saved after that. After their death, then their souls are going to be saved. But going on, verse 14. They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore, glorify ye the Heavenly Father in the fires, even the name of Yahweh, the power of Israel, in the isles of the sea. So everywhere the Jacob descendants was supposed to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they shall lift up their voice. Verse 14. They shall lift up their voice. They shall sing for the majesty of the Lord. They shall cry aloud from the sea. So the elect is going to lift up their voice. They're going to cry aloud from the sea. They're going to be happy in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because the Mosiah is actually waking up his elect, starting with the elect of the nation of Jacob, and then the 1/3, and even the heathen nations are going to wake up also to the truth of what their people have been doing and what they have been lied to about, which is everything and anything in existence. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say all praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles and great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. And shalom to the Sensei Akim across the world. Shalom.